I have learned to conversate in 5 different languages, and if you want to make 2025 the year where you learn Danish, whether or not you've lived here for many years, whether or not you're completely new, or maybe you don't even live in Denmark, watching this video will give you the one thing that you need to make 2025 the year where you learn Danish, aka a complete guide in this video on how you go from not even being able to say hello in Danish to actually mastering the language through these different tips that can help you learn the language that we have been creating here in my company. Let me just give you a brief introduction to why I'm doing this, who am I, what exactly can you expect when you have watched this video, what do you know that you can actually go and use to make 2025 the year where you finally learn Danish through a specific system that we have created in my company. Well, first and foremost, hello, my name is Sebastian. And I am 27 years old and I have been running my company where I help people learn Danish for just about 1 year. Why did I even start doing this? Just a very short introduction. Well, I saw firsthand for many years, it started in 2019, so 6 years ago, when I was getting friends who were expats in Denmark. What I saw these people struggling with was enormous. One of them was communication in Danish. And I really noticed this by seeing all my different expat friends, and I had many: Mexico, Spain, Italy, North Africa. I also had Egyptian friends, very many different nationalities. What I always saw was they had a hard time learning Danish and communicating in Danish. So whether or not they had to speak with the kommune, or whether or not they had to speak to the supermarket checkout girl, whether or not they were trying to make Danish friends, they would have problems doing these things. And that's why I created Danish with Sebastian, to pair my own passion for languages and these massive problems that we have within the language teaching system here in Denmark and in general throughout the world. It's not just in Denmark. And what I really noticed was, and the strategy on how you learn Danish, keep on watching to actually get that at the end of the video. What I noticed though was that the school here in Denmark that offers free Danish teaching and classes, many people, they weren't really getting better. They weren't really improving their Danish by doing this. Some people were, but many of them didn't really. And I thought, what is going wrong within this language teaching system that I have even been a part of when I was younger? And let me tell you, I lived in Italy, so I know how it is learning another language in another country. What happens in this school is very often people tell me I don't feel motivated. And here comes a strategy that can help you with one of the biggest things that I have seen the last year and for about 7 years studying languages in Denmark that goes wrong, that kind of keeps people away from learning Danish. So here comes the full guide on how you learn Danish in 2025. Step 1, make it fun. We talk about motivation right now, and I just said the word motivation, and now you're saying, but what does motivation have to do with making it fun? Well, it has everything to do with making something fun, learning Danish for you. So imagine this. Someone has a dream of running a marathon, right? In 1 year, he has 365 days to train for this marathon. And what he really needs to do is to somehow create a plan that will make him show up for his training every single day, so that he maybe not every single day, but all his planned trainings, maybe every second or third day, whatever works for running a marathon in 1 year. And if he can make it fun, he can also gain motivation. If he can do this on a regular basis and make it easier for him to show up for his training, then he can absolutely run a marathon in 1 year. And the same applies to learning Danish. If you can make it fun, if you love watching series, That's your way of learning Danish. If you love playing football, you can watch different football matches with Danish commentary. You get the gist. Whatever you like to do, you can find it in Danish and you can make it fun. That's the first pillar out of 3 that is in this full guide on how you learn Danish in 2025. The second pillar to this system that we have created in my company for mastering a language, mastering Danish, is to make it simple. Make it simple. Sometimes we make things a lot more difficult than they have to be. What we have always worked with in Danish with Sebastian, where we make language learning fun, is basically just to take out 2 minutes instead of starting very difficult and starting big with like 20 minutes a day, because we don't stick to it. Why? Because we don't build that snowball effect. And what happens when we learn Danish every single day for 2 minutes, doing it the same time of day and keeping on actually sticking to that? Well, what you find is you gain confidence and you gain momentum. Continue and continue and continue on. And this is what we need if we want to learn Danish in 2025, like the title of this video. And the third and last pillar to how you make 2025 the year where you learn Danish and master the language is to speak with native people every single day. Do this for 1 year. And as I said, it's extremely simple. You can even just say, hej, hvordan går det? Ha' en god dag. Everybody can do this for 365 days. And why would I say 365 days? Well, it's a long time, right? It's a very, very difficult thing. Well, this is where I see if you are really someone who can learn Danish in 1 year, because if you can stick to a habit for 1 year that requires you to take action towards something that you really want, then I can see that you can learn Danish in 1 year, and then we are actually making a program that can help you implement these things, and we will coach you one-on-one in my team on how you implement these things so that it's even easier for you. So if you can do these 3 things, make it fun, make it simple, and finally, number 3, speak to native people every single day. If you really want to make sure that you learn Danish in 2025 and you make it a very personal and a very fun and a very quick experience so that you can finally learn Danish, then we recommend absolutely that you reach out to us so that you can become one of the people who gets on our waiting list for our new program. So if that's you, reach out to us, and now you have the full guide. So you have 2 options now. Ignore it, take action, and learn Danish in 2025. The choice is yours. Vi ses. Make language learning fun. Again, Danish with Sebastian.